The United States and Britain have launched strikes from the air and sea against Houthi military targets in Yemen, in response to the movement's attacks on ships in the Red Sea.
The basic principle of freedom of navigation is at stake. And the
Houthi attacks have disrupted international commerce and increased shipping costs.
These attacks must stop.
It's a dramatic regional widening of the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza. So why are the Houthis attacking shipping? This was Houthi leader Abdul Malik al-Houthi.
We are more determined to continue targeting ships linked to Israel, and we will not back down from that. And our position stems from our faith. The Americans should know what that means.
The Houthis say they're showing support for the Palestinians and Hamas, the Islamist group that controls Gaza, in its war against Israel. They're part of the so-called Axis of Resistance, along with Hamas and Lebanon's Hezbollah, anti-Israel, anti-West, and backed by Iran. The Houthis' slogan is "Death to America, death to Israel, curse the Jews, and victory to Islam." The Houthis have built ties with Iran, but it's not clear how deep they are. Iran denies accusations it arms and trains the Houthis.
While our side in supporting Palestine is clear, the actions taken by others should not be blamed on Iran's proxy groups. We do not have any proxy group in the area.
The Houthis deny being puppets of Iran and say they're fighting a corrupt system. Yemen experts say the Houthis' agenda is in fact mainly domestic. Who are the Houthis and how did they start? In the late 1990s, the northern Yemeni Houthi family set up a religious revival movement for the Zaydi sect of Shiite Islam. The sect once ruled Yemen, but their heartlands in the north were now poor and sidelined. Friction with the government grew and they fought guerrilla battles and a brief border conflict with Sunni Saudi Arabia. Yemen's war began in late 2014 when the Houthis seized Sana'a. Worried by the growing influence of Shiite Iran along its border, Saudi Arabia intervened at the head of a Western-backed coalition. The Houthis took control of much of the north and other big population centres, while the internationally recognised Yemeni government, backed by Riyadh, based itself in Aden. Until the past few months, Yemen enjoyed a lull, with a UN-led peace push, and Saudi Arabia and the Houthis in talks to exit the war. The Houthi attacks on Israel have increased the risks of conflict for Saudi Arabia.
Our region is very complex.
This was Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan.
Any other conflicts to erupt, and therefore we hope that we will be able to avoid any further escalations in our region.